Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Rogue Galaxy. Last time... Wait a minute. Having the strangest sense of deja vu. I could have swore I already did this. And I actually did. I finished up recording this episode once already today. I made my way through the entirety of the episode. A little over an hour's worth of footage. Maybe new enemies? I don't remember if it was the previous episode or the one before it. If it was the one before it, great, they're getting new. If it was the one that got deleted, oops, I nuked them. So yeah, what happened was I finished the recording, and after I finished the recording, first thing I did is I made a save state. Like I ended the recording, I made a save state, I opened up the save file on the memory card in order to save, and black screen. My computer completely crashed. I was like, thank God I saved. I just, I ended the episode, I had it all recorded. Computer turns back on. I have a 10 gigabyte file that does nothing. No footage, no audio, no video, nothing. So, yeah. Yeah, I think you already got hit by that beast, and I think I already made that joke. So, anyway, let's get back on track. I am going to redo this episode, and if we haven't seen the cone sheep, we have now. If we haven't seen these other guys, we have now. They fall down as easily as everybody else. We still need that barrier break shot to take care of these two. But yeah, apologies if I nuked the enemies. What I was able to do is, even though like the save file, the save state that I made, it didn't finish saving beforehand, so I had a broken save state that I couldn't use. I had saved that over the save state that I was using for that entire episode. So I clearly had the save state here at the start of this episode. I actually had to go into the backup because there's an option with the emulator where you can just turn on backup every time you make a save state. So in case you go over something by mistake, you can just, go, oh, oops, and then just load that backup. Well, thank God I had that backup because it was made about halfway through the episode. If we haven't seen much of these guys, they're very simple enemy fodder. They're susceptible to, I think that's freeze. They do this jump flip attack thing that I'm not worried about. They just fall down more than anything else. I don't really worry about them too much. But anyway, so I have a save file after doing all of the actual playing of this episode. So we're good in the sense that, like, I have up to that point. I just have to go through and show you guys the footage. I'm not going to bother to go and do a lot of combining and feeding of the bugs and stuff that I had already done because I have that file. I managed to salvage it. But there are a few combinations that I do need to show off that I showed off before, so you're not going to get confused when we get back to the other footage. The Majestic Pocket, which I just finished working on there, and the Dimension Zero gives us the Dimension Zero Prime. The Succubus Slippers and the Athena Shoes together give us the almost matching Sailing Flora Prime. The one that we already had is just the base Sailing Flora. The Demon Mencers and the Miraculous Duo give us the Miraculous Duo Prime. And last but not least, and if I have screwed up any of these, let me know in subsequent episodes, the Draconic Core and the Bestila Spear. And this gives us the Wise Man's Spear Prime.
That's what I call a masterpiece.
So hopefully that's all of the ones. From what I can tell looking at the other footage, I believe that's all I have. I just don't want to go through the long drawn out process of leveling up all the different weapons all over again. doing all the bug feeding all over again when I already have the spot there that I need it to be at. Here, we do need to find a treasure chest. Where is it? There it is. I knew it's around here somewhere. Smoked rainbow newt. So yeah, that's one of the things is I just hate losing footage. When you lose footage, you never remember what you said before. You end up forgetting, you know, kind of the points you made. If you made a good point, if you made if you explained something really well and then, you know, try and explain it again and just completely whiff on it and you have no idea what you were saying before, but it made sense in the moment. So losing that kind of sucks. I don't think I explained anything particularly well in the previous one, but it still sucks to lose footage. Not to mention the extra, you know, hour and a quarter that it cost me in the long run. But at least I don't have to dick around too much. Dark Spirits. I remember I finished them off, I believe, at the end of the non-existent episode. Yeah, don't mind me as far as the combat goes in this episode. I'm going to skim through most of it. Speaking of skimming through, if I have to use barrier break shot, I'm out. We don't need to do it. My my levels and my kind of experience won't be exactly on par with what you'll see. I guess I'll probably switch to it before we go to the big cutscene at the end of this episode. By the way, there's a big cutscene at the end of this episode. Spoilers! One of the things I remember, oh God, I hope it was in the episode that died and not in the episode before, otherwise I'll be repeating myself. But I've been working further on my Netflix, you know, basically my Steam games list, but for Netflix. And I haven't been, like I left way too many things on there. So I wanted to work on it. I was talking about that before. Let's heal some AP here. That's faster. Hello. Tons of ghosts in this maze. And one of the interesting things is nobody around here seems to know that they're ghosts. In the previous ruins, we noticed this, but some of them knew and some of them didn't. This time, for some reason, none of them seem to know. But yeah, I was working on the those guys fall down fast. My Netflix playlist, and I was watching the 3D animated Tomb Raider series. And I think the reason I brought that up before, or what made me think about it, is looking at the areas around here and seeing how kind of tomb-like, I guess, a lot of this area is. Out of my way. I don't need to fight you. To run away from that. Now, did I get the Myriad branch? That is the question. I don't think I did. I think I walked past it in the last attempt of this too. There are 2 treasure chests in this last little section, and let's see if I got that one. I bet you I missed this other one. Almost positive I don't remember getting it. But then again, I haven't shut up since this episode started because I'm trying to hopefully come up with things to talk about when I already found things to talk about, and then the situations are going to be different. Whatever. I believe it's in this corner here. Yes, I walked right by it and I knew I would. I walked by it last time too somehow. I don't know what it is. I guess you just can't see it from below the stairs there. Not that we really need it. It's not particularly important at this point. It's a Myriad branch. Whoop-dee. But yeah, I was watching, trying to look at the repeating nature of a lot of the dungeons in this game, especially around here. It's very kind of reminiscent of not necessarily the tombs that you see in the Tomb Raider remake games, but just in general, it's, you know, they're very old areas. So they're kind of like tombs, ruins, tombs, it's all kind of the same thing. But yeah, I was watching it and it's very apparent, though I didn't go and double check it or anything, but it's very apparent from the art style, from the casting they got, like it feels very much like the Castlevania series on Netflix. This 3D animated Tomb Raider series. Like the animation is very similar, still high end. The way that they kind of wrap around and merge elements of 3D and 2D is really well done. The voice cast, they brought back, I think its name is Richard Armitage. He played Trevor Belmont in the Castlevania series. I enjoyed his voice work in that series quite a bit. So it's nice to see him come back here. And what was the other? There was one other aspect that made it seem like the series was done by kind of the same crew. I need a treasure chest. There it is. The other aspect was kind of the witty nature of a lot of the dialogue. And in Castlevania, it made a lot of sense. Like they based Castlevania off of, I believe, Castlevania 3. And that was a NES game. So there wasn't a lot of personality in those characters to change up from where they were before. However, with Tomb Raider, they're basing it off of the remake that they did recently of the Tomb Raider series, the ones that have come out in the last 10 or so years. So these ones already had existing characters that they decided to base it on. It's basically a sequel to the remake trilogy. And so, like, not only did they bring back some of the characters, but even some of the voice cast. Not with Laura, but they did with her large friend Jonah. He's in there. It's the same voice as in the games. And the story is interesting enough. It's nothing fantastic or anything like that. This way. I know where I'm going. But yeah, it's an interesting series. I'd say it's worth a watch if you liked Castlevania. If you haven't played the games, the Tomb Raider games, you will still get a lot of what's there. But if you have, you'll be a little on the confused side with how they've modified the personalities of the characters to be these witty repartee that they did very well in Castlevania. It just doesn't work as well here because these characters are already established as something a little bit different. All right. So we got both the treasure chests. Let's hit this. I want to change my party because I remember using a different party last time and it had a cool strategy that I'd like to demonstrate again. But yeah, make sure you save before we move on.
Jaster, look! What is that?
That's a big sumbitch. The Sand Kraken. An interesting idea for a boss.
Must be the keeper of this labyrinth.
Ready?
You bet.
Time to go. All right. The interesting part about this fight here, watch here. I'm going to change my targets. Look how many different targets there are. Last time I let that happen for way too long and all my characters died. So we're not going to do that again. But what we are going to do is we're going to use lightning level 3. The boss itself is weak to lightning, and that's not quite enough damage. Good, we get your turn here. We'll go for covering fire to finish off the rest of them. Each of the tentacles has 3,500 HP. Boss has 26,000 HP and is weak to lightning. Watch out for the tentacle. And what we're going to do now is we're going to activate Eternal Soldiers, which gives a great big damage boost to those two. We're going to go Drunken Burst. And Jester is using a weak weapon, even weaker than I was previously. But we basically just stand here and hammer away on him and watch our characters die because they're stupid. They're still dying.
Sorry about that.
Okay. All right, we will heal up. Now, as you're attacking him here, you will get your ass kicked, and he will do a lot of damage, so be aware of that. But as soon as that passes there, we can get hit. But we want to activate Covering Fire, and that will finish off those guys. We're going to set up Illusion Sword now. You want to wait on Drunken Burst because it's time-based, whereas Illusion Sword is not time-based. And now we want to activate it since we're right in position to use it. And Eternal Soldiers. And heal. Can you stop being almost dead for 2 seconds, please? And basically, yeah, it should be a 2-round fight. If it's not a 2-round fight, you'll have to cycle over and do it again. I'm not using a particularly powerful sword here. I could also be using Strength Stars, so you can do this quite a bit faster than I am. And my timer decided to stop for unknown reasons. Okay, sure, you say so. That's fine. It's a weird cut. They directly cut to black, and they directly freeze the scene going into the experience screen, and then go to black coming out of it. It's really weird.
You think that could be?
Yeah, I bet it belongs to that robot.
And for defeating the Sand Kraken, we get the Ancient
I
Circuit.
guess that big monster must have taken it.
Let's go
Sure.
give it back to him.
Now, you would think, as is usually the case with leering off
I thought I heard people over here.
after we walk out of a
Must be
room,
Jester and his friends. I've got to tell them what I've discovered, or who knows what'll happen. I must hurry!
normally that leads to Desert Claw observing and, you know, being cryptic and confusing. But not in this case. In this case, it's Burton being confusing and cryptic. This game loves being cryptic. Anyway, once we're done with that, we can jump to the Maze of Temptation and make sure you are ready because there's about 20 or so minutes of cutscenes coming up. And, well, if you don't have 20 minutes, I recommend you save. I don't need to save because I am going to, now that we're here, we're going to load up the file that I was able to salvage. And I'll give you kind of an idea of what I'm working on here. Let's go into items. I don't really think there's all that much to show you, but you know, there's the difference in my levels. Take a look at some of the weapons I've been working on. Maxed out some more of those. I should probably do another little combination thing. We can swap that over. Go back to working on that. Yeah, we've just kind of started using this team a little bit here. Worked on you a bit and you a bit. Yeah, I think we're pretty well good as far as that goes. The bugs are pretty well ready. So yeah, most of the bugs are either at or close to 500 HP now. Now is probably a good time, and I will be doing this after the end of this episode. We'll be heading back to Zerard, and we will be working on some more of the Insectron. The other thing that I think I remember talking about was because after I finished Tomb Raider, I was thinking about recording yesterday, but I didn't have the energy and I didn't want to half-ass an episode. So I decided, okay, I'm going to watch the last 2 episodes of Tomb Raider. And then I still had time. I was like, I don't feel like playing a video game. I'm still tired. So I'm like, well, I'll watch something else. And there was a CG Resident Evil 4-part series. Each episode was like 25 minutes. Can't remember what it's called. Resident Evil... Oh, that's gonna bug me. I couldn't think about it last time either, and then I neglected to look it up. But it was CG animated. It wasn't one of the movies. It was, I think, specifically for Netflix CG series, and the quality of the animation in that was kind of nuts. It kind of beat out the Uncanny Valley with certain angles of going, okay, that could be real. And then you look at it a little longer, it's like, probably not, but so close. And seeing that in a series like Resident Evil, which, games aside, the games do well, pretty much every form of television and movie that has come out about that has been kind of mid-range schlock at best. Even the live action films with Mila Jovovich, I enjoyed, but they weren't anything special. They were watch, lots of things get blown up by, Mila Jovovich, basically. Anyway, I'm stalling. Let's go in and let's deliver what we have here. I'm in the wrong area. I thought I had already teleported to where I was supposed to go. I have not. So let's do that now. Teleport to the Maze of Temptation once again. The thing is, betcha I have just enough time to feed the bugs now, and then I'll be able to do the same again after the cutscenes. Somewhere in the deleted bones of that episode, I had to make a pit stop back to Zerard to pick up more supplies for the bugs for them to eat. Do note that you can overfeed them. You can feed them too much and then they won't gain experience anymore, but we're nowhere close to that if you're anywhere close to the stats that I have, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Here is our ancient circuit, which somehow is extremely heavy. Let's go.
Thank you very much. It talked.
So now that you can talk, you can tell us, right? Who are you?
I am Ragnar, multi-purpose android, model R29.
Android? You look like a robot.
So, Ragnar, do you know me by any chance?
Of course I know you. In fact, not only do I know you, I was specifically created to ensure your protection.
Me?
I see. So you do not remember anything. That is to be expected. You were still quite young.
Wait, was this before Papa, before Dorgan Goa took me in?
Yes.
I'm not sure if that's been
In
established yet.
I was the one who brought your lifeboat into this galaxy. I placed it onto an established interplanetary route in order to make it especially easy to find.
But that means you know who I am, don't you?
Yes, of course I do. You are a princess. Princess Irief of Mariglen.
Mari Glen?
She's a princess.
It is the legendary planet known throughout the galaxy as Eden.
Oh.
Its true full name is Le Marie Glenacia. We refer to it as Mariglen for short. And you, Irieth, are the princess of Mariglen.
Kisala is?
I'm a princess? If that's true, then why did I leave Mari Glen?
Ah, yes. All will be made clear once you return to Mariglen. Please, you must see it all with your own eyes. I'm afraid there is nothing more I can tell you at this time.
What do you mean? Why not?
Because it is not my place to say. I am sorry.
You're pretty stubborn for a robot. All right. Fine then. I'll go to Mari Glen. I'll return to the planet where I was born. So how do I get there anyway?
The path to get to Mariglen has been sealed for thousands of years. You must open its gates before you venture forth. Take this.
What is it?
And for that, we get the Eternal Key Plate. How many times over the course of this game have I talked about similarities with Star Wars? Now we have a princess.
Place it in the pedestal outside the labyrinth, and the gates will be opened. Now, Princess Irieth, you must return home to Mariglen. All the answers you seek await you there. I will remain here, praying for your safe journey.
I thought you were designed to keep her
I
safe.
understand. Ragnar, thanks for everything.
Travel safely. Oh, and you.
Yes?
You are the one who opened the gates to this labyrinth, correct? I see. In that case, it may be possible after all.
What
Be on
possible?
your way now.
More cryptic.
Mariglen is waiting for your arrival.
Honestly, I don't get what's going on.
All the answers are in Mari Glen. The strange things that have been happening to me must have some ties to Mari Glen too. Everything will become clear once we're there. I'm sure of it. Come on, Jester.
Okay.
Something about Mari Glen sounds familiar.
Listen, don't tell anyone that I'm a princess from Eden. I mean Mari Glen, okay? I don't want them to treat me any differently.
Why aren't they here?
I just want to be a normal member of the Dorganark. That's all.
It's okay. Don't worry. I won't.
Why are there no other party members here? Did they just all go back to the ship?
I
Or like,
thought there was
we
someone over
got
here."
this. You guys go back to
Or
the
was
ship.
it my imagination?
That's so weird.
Hey, wait a second. I've seen this before.
This guy's a Rosetta Stone, man.
Aha! I knew it! Here it is!
He figures things out way too fast. I saw red eyes.
Whoa! Listen, I know exactly what you're up to, okay? I won't let anyone go to Eden. Do you hear me? If the gates are open, the entire galaxy will be destroyed, and I can't let that happen!
Well, I guess Burton got a little too close to the sun. He died earlier and then got brought back. I think he's probably hooped this time, though.
With this, we can really get to Mariglen?
We're almost there, Jester. gotcha! What are you so worked up about?
Valkog's warship is attacking the town! The Dorganok's heading there on a rescue mission!
What?
Look over there!
Well,
There's
that's
smoke rising from the town!
coming out of nowhere.
Get on, you two! We're taking off!
If we have one of those, why do we walk everywhere?
What have they done?
Dorgan, Goa, and crew! And you, that Jasta fellow! Hand over what is rightfully ours immediately. Otherwise, this entire town here is going to be history!
How do you know what we just got?
What? He's gonna destroy the town?
That Valkog. Damn it.
Jester.
What do we do? Do we hand over the key?
I don't even know how he knows what it is.
Just to wait.
Raoul!
You can't let them have that. That's important. Necessary. To protect the beautiful starry sky you love so much.
That's all well and good, but I have no choice!
Just hold on to the key. I'll take care of the rest.
What's going on?
Someone's producing a powerful electromagnetic field! It's wreaking havoc with our instruments! We'll lose the ship's controls before long!
Look over there!
So it's him. Kill him!
Raoul!
Captain, our output is dropping significantly. If this keeps up, we'll crash on Rosa. We must escape this planet's gravitational field.
Ah! Those wretched worms!
Captain!
I guess we have no choice. Time to retreat!
I swear I've seen that before in Final Fantasy IX.
Raoul! Stay with me! Come on, Raoul!
Just, the town.
It's fine. Everybody's safe. So hang on. Don't you leave me, Raoul!
Jester, there's something I must tell you.
It's all right, Raoul. Don't talk.
It's about your father.
My father? You know my father? But I thought you found me on the church steps.
I'm sorry. That wasn't true. You were given to me. Your father gave you to me.
What?
Listen to me, Jester. You are a unique child. There are things you are destined for. Things only you can do.
What's this?
That will guide your way. Go now, Jester.
Raoul, what do you mean? I don't understand. What is this?
Jester, you must protect that great starry sky of yours.
Raoul! No, please! Hey! Raoul! Wake up! Raoul! You promised! You said you'd wait for me! No, you can't die! Come on, Raoul! It can't be. This isn't happening. It's not true. It's not true. Why did Raoul have to die? Why? Why? Raoul!
I kind of like this scene probably a lot more than most. The voice acting, the whole trope of calling, you know, someone's name or say screaming no to the sky irks me, but one of the things I talked about really early on with regard to Jaster's voice act is he gave a bit of confidence, a bit of maturity that a lot of characters that are written and basically featured as the protagonist of a game like this would normally act. So he's a little more mature, a little more of an adult. He lets that all slide here. And the performance sounds more childlike and less in control, less confident. And because of that, the performance hits a lot stronger than I think it would have otherwise. Now, don't get me wrong, the music is perfect for it. It really, really works well. But, yeah, it's a strong scene. So strong, my controller went to sleep.
I wonder if Jaster's okay.
To him, this is like losing his real father. Now Jaster is all alone. He has no one.
All alone.
True warriors must overcome the pain of saying goodbye to the ones they love. Let him be.
Before we continue on, Lilica here. We get to this level of her character development rather abruptly. If you remember back when we picked her up, she was struggling as a warrior to say goodbye to her sister that was going to be sacrificed. She was struggling terribly with it. And in the meantime, sadly, we haven't gotten a lot of voice dialogue with her. And so the development of her going from that point to what we saw on Zerard, where she was just very hot-headed, to now being almost, I won't say an older character, but a mentor figure. And the fact that she's offering up this advice, something she herself struggled with and has obviously moved to a point where she now understands the ins and outs of this and can offer that advice onto other people from experience, is a fantastic move. I just wish that we had more development that leaned her in that direction other than just jumping straight to giving her this new perspective. I wish there was more in between. Sadly, as far as I've been able to find, there just isn't. Still, absolutely love that. She does really well as this mentor character.
Jaster, are you all right? I don't know what to say. The stars sure are beautiful, huh?
It's all but Star Wars now. Even the dialogue is terrible.
It's sad what happened to Raoul. But this isn't like you, Jaster.
Leave me alone.
Let's go back to the ship. The desert is dangerous at night, and cold too.
Go by yourself. I'm staying here.
Jester! What's with you? Snap out of it, Jester. Is it really that awful being all by yourself? I mean, I'm just as alone as you are. We're both the same. But we have all these people around us. All of our crewmates. Friends who share our excitement, our fear, our joy. We're not alone. Let's go back to the ship. Okay, Jester?
Kisala. It's a map.
Where is that?
This is a map of Rosa. It's pointing right at the middle of Kujay Desert. There shouldn't be anything there. What does this mean?
That will guide your way.
Raoul.
Spirit ghosts? Force
Is
ghosts?
this where you want me to go?
Jester. Come on, let's go check it out. We should go back to the ship and prepare for the journey.
I am not a big fan of Kisala in that scene. Kisala in that scene's kind of a bitch. Now, I understand from her perspective, you know, she also feels a lot of these elements, but her adoptive father's still alive. And she has been dealing, presumably, with the fact that she's been adopted or that she doesn't have her biological family for a long time. Jaster has as well, but he just lost, presumably within the last few hours, his only remaining family. His father just died. Give the man a minute. Like, you can try and dig somebody out from depression if, you know, they're still mourning, you know, weeks and months down the line, but give the man a day. Give him some time. I understand what she's trying to do. She's trying to get him up from there to focus on a new task, to understand that there still are people who care for him. But the way she goes about it and with how soon she does it, she really should have listened to Lilica.
You want to go to the Kujay Desert, huh?
That place is famous for its deadly sandstorms. Go in alone and your chance of survival is less than 1%.
Have you two got a death wish or what, going to that place?
It's Raoul. He's showing us the way. There must be something there.
Come on, Papa, let us go, please.
Even if I say no, are you going to listen to me? It doesn't matter what I say, right? I know you'll wind up going no matter what.
Thanks, Captain.
By the way, we used that key of yours at the ruins, but nothing happened. It appears as though the mystery to Eden ain't quite solved yet.
Maybe there's something else we need to do.
Maybe you need to be one of
go
these
forth, you
special
scurvy
people.
dogs. Who knows? You might just find a hint that'll get this figured out.
Hint, right there.
Thanks, Papa.
Kisala. You be careful.
I know. We'll be fine.
I like her delivery of that line. It sounds so warm. Like she's used to him doting on her. Anyway, this is where it froze last time, so instead of having it freeze, let's hopefully finish off what we need to do. And we need to go back to near the church. Now, I don't believe the chapter actually ends until you go watch this scene. So let's go do that. I just learned that the timer on the bugs does not occur during cutscenes. Go figure. I learned something.
Jaster.
Yeah?
I'm just thinking here, but... Dorgan Goa said he used the key, but nothing happened. You think maybe that's because you weren't around when he tried?
What? What do you mean?
Well, the thing is, you've got some kind of secret deep within you. Before you hit the desert, give the ruins one more try. It just might work if you're the one doing it.
Wait.
Oh?
Desert Claw.
You need to head for Kujay Desert.
Why?
I'm afraid I've tampered with the gate to the ruin. The key you have won't do a thing.
But why? Why would you get in our way?
If you open the path now, only destruction awaits. I can't let you go to Eden just yet. You've awoken the power of the Star King, Jaster. But not entirely.
The power of the Star King?
Yes, the power you used when fighting Seed. You held the potential to unlock that vast power within you. And that's why I gave you the Desert Seeker the first time we met.
So, from the very beginning you've been...
Right. I had to guide you on your way so that you could unleash your true power. That's why I've been traveling through the galaxy. All to save our universe from destruction.
Destruction?
Right now, you should go to the place Raoul specified. Go there, and everything will become clear.
But what's there?
The truth. You'll learn everything once you get there. That's where our journey began. Yours and mine.
Huh?
Farewell.
Hey, wait! What is all this? I still don't understand.
What is this that you're
Everyone
insinuating?
just loves secrets, don't they?
Yep, that's this video game in a
If we
nutshell.
want to find out the truth, we'll just have to go there. Come on, Jaster.
If I remember correctly, you have to watch this cutscene in order to actually end Chapter 9 and start Chapter 10.
What is it? What are you trying to tell me?
I believe I made that mistake in my test run and tried to go to a different planet. Anyway, my favorite song in the game. It's called Shadow in the Sun. Shadow of the Sun, one of the two.
What could possibly be in the middle of this desert?
I didn't realize there was a second cutscene here.
Guide your way. Go now, Jaster. The truth. You'll learn everything once you get there. That's where our journey began. Yours and mine.
Raoul. What am I supposed to be looking for out here?
But yeah, one of the things I really like is that our characters actually decided to go and do something while we were doing plot stuff. They went and they tried the keystone. A lot of the time, if the main character doesn't do it, nothing happens. And it was a nice kind of change of pace to have the characters do that. But anyway, that's pretty much all the time we have for this one, and that is all for Chapter 9. Next time, I am heading back to Zerard to do some Insectron. But first, we need to make a pit stop on Vidan. But anyway, that's all for this one. Again, and I'll see you guys next time.